clarity. It is the ritual of preparation that separates the professional from the amateur. The calm before the decisive strike. Every movement is deliberate. Every action is calculated. There is no room for haste in the pursuit of legacy. He settles into the space, claiming it. The silence is not empty. It is full of potential. The focus now narrows. The global markets are a living, breathing entity, and he is listening to its heartbeat. Institutional wealth is built on the ability to see what others overlook, to find the signal within the noise. True authority doesn't need to shout. It manifests in the steady hand and the unwavering gaze. It's in the notes taken by hand, the physical connection to the strategy, where the complex becomes tangible. We are not just looking at numbers, we are looking at the architecture of the future. When the analysis is complete, the perspective must shift. One must step back to see the grand design. The transition from observation to execution is the moment of greatest risk and greatest reward. Here, the variables are weighed, the probabilities are measured, the conviction is solidified. Confidence is not the absence of doubt, it is the mastery of it. Throom, the master of his domain, ready for the opening bell. The time for speculation has passed. The time for the Liego Rifamo show is now. This is high-stakes finance. This is the new standard of institutional insight. Prepare yourself. The show is starting soon. In the depth of the market's quietest hours, opportunity isn't found by the loudest voices. It is earned by the most disciplined. Welcome to the inner sanctum of institutional wealth, where precision is the only currency that truly matters. Success in this arena requires more than just capital. It requires a temperament forged in the fires of volatility. Before the world wakes, before the noise begins, there is a moment of pure clarity. It is the ritual of preparation that separates the professional from the amateur. The calm before the decisive strike. Every movement is deliberate. Every action is calculated. There is no room for haste in the pursuit of legacy. He settles into the space, claiming it. The silence is not empty. It is full of potential. The focus now narrows. The global markets are a living, breathing entity, and he is listening to its heartbeat. Institutional wealth is built on the ability to see what others overlook, to find the signal within the noise. True authority doesn't need to shout. It manifests in the steady hand and the unwavering gaze. It's in the notes taken by hand, the physical connection to the strategy, where the complex becomes tangible. We are not just looking at numbers, we are looking at the architecture of the future. When the analysis is complete, the perspective must shift. One must step back to see the grand design. The transition from observation to execution is the moment of greatest risk and greatest reward. Here, the variables are weighed, the probabilities are...
Good evening. Welcome to the PM session on a Friday. Happy Friday. I hope you had a good NFP for those that have been trading NFP. And you're all happy on a Friday. And I hope you're all doing well. I welcome you all.
Every morning,
Oh,
15
come on.
minutes.
I'm just going to see if I'm audible. I'm going to try check that now. Hold on for me. Gonna check if I'm audible. I hope you're good. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Let's check in. Where are you watching from? Let's check in, ladies and gentlemen. Where are you watching from? Let's see if I'm audible. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Let's check in. Okay, leave a comment. Tell me where you're watching from. I will appreciate that. I don't know what's happening with my thing. Seems like my network today is a bit of a problem. Apologies if I will be lagging, but I welcome you all. We have a lot to talk about today. Firstly, we have a lot to talk about today. Firstly, let's speak about on the PM session what our possibilities to get a trade. I was waiting for the 1 hour for the daily close, for the 1 hour close. We seem to be on the range here. However, overall on 1 hour we are bullish, including the, and we've already reacted close to the 15 minutes. I mean 75% range of the 1 hour. So okay, I think I'm gonna get my direction possible from the 15, but here we see that we've came back, swept that liquidity here. Interesting. Swept that low, came back, swept that low, came all the way down, created an AM low. Remember what happened? Today we are flat. It seems like what do you call this? A non-day NFP. We got that move, came back up, and we came back midpoint of that. So I'm just, honestly, I am bearish. Okay. I am bearish. We seem to be holding that owl market as an area of my interest here. I'm just gonna move to the 5 minutes and see what we are having. But 15 minutes looks bearish. We held that. We could be coming back all the way down either to the AM low or to this new lows that is created there on market red. I think there's a possibility of moving back to that. Um, let's see. We are holding that. Question one will be asking me is, we are literally ranging. Do I have any idea where I want to move? Honestly, I am bearish, but we are ranging so much on a Friday, hey? That seems like a market structure shift. That's a sweep there. We reacted on this. Here's my thing, and here's my chat. When you look at the 5 minutes, right? This is the AM high. The let me remove this. It doesn't matter to me now. Came back to this order block of the 5 minutes. Now it's pushing higher. It could be looking to come back to this high. Yeah, I'm just gonna mark that high as well. A lot is happening here. I know there's a lot of lines, but I wish I can remove them. Let me remove them. Let me start removing them. What is this line about? Okay, this is part of that. Okay, it's fine. So we are ranging. We are literally. Let me quickly do this just to assist you. To make my life easy. Today I don't want to make my life complicated. So, hmm, yeah, ne? I'll mark this as a sweep here. I am bullish. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I am bullish. Oh, honestly, I'm in the range, but I'm lying more bullish. I'm like, yes, here it looked like we are holding that. Mm. Mm?
Did you guys watch this?
Which one?
This tape, square one.
Sorry, which one?
This one.
It's just a tape.
It is a tape.
Yes.
Should I take it out?
Hmm?
Should I take it out?
You can. Yes, Malanda.
Daddy, it's coming out very easily.
Hmm?
Daddy, it's come out. This come out.
You want
very-
juice? Turn in to give you juice.
Then Daddy, it's coming out very smooth.
Okay, no.
I get it out.
Okay.
Level is coming.
Yes, level is coming.
Daddy, how you do blue? You do blue from my colors.
Mm.
From where?
From this computer.
You press which one?
Aye, Trompo.
Did you press which one?
I'm working. Yes.
Daddy. Daddy.
Eh?
Daddy. Daddy.
Trompo, I'm working.
Yes, you and you.
Yes. Yes, Malanda. Yeah, was here, Trompo. Sorry, kids. Hey, who is it? Tell that 5 minutes, yeah? Maybe if we come back to that, yes, I'm bullish, but overall we could be coming back to the AM lows, yeah? Or in the London high to retest the London highs again. So you could say, but if we are holding that, what will stop us from breaking below the low? And once we break below the low and look for these lows, yeah, perhaps it's a good idea. Let's wait and see. This is a very ugly chart. Very ugly chart. Very ugly. Even if I were to bring back, you see, that's my problem with the chart. Very ugly. But I know. Let me see as we broke below here if we can get a trade. Compo! Then I'm working, hle. Yes. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. It's a Friday today. Kids are hyperactive. Their mother is coming back. Yep. Okay. Just gonna Just gonna be watching this low. So this will be my move for today. Trumpo, do you listen? So this is something that I'm waiting for. What's this? So yeah, I think this is my idea for tonight. Yes? Oh, come on. There is this problem here, but it's not a really problem for me. So that is why I want to. So if I put the indicator, this will be an absolute low that I wanted to break below and look for continuation. But anyway, we are not there. Let's see. Let's see how it will go. As for today, NFP, let's see how it changed the market. Gold still remained very bullish. Gold remains still very bullish. I think most of my trades or most of my
In the
ideas
depth
that
of the
I'm
market,
come on, still remain very relevant. Still remain very relevant. Can clearly see that gold is bullish, GU is bullish, Euro USD is bullish, silver is bullish, AUD. So basically, GJ, USD, CAD, these are bullish. When I come back here, let me set an alarm. Gonna add an alarm here. Okay. So why? It may look like okay, we have broken structure there. The first move that I'll get, to be honest, even if I do this, even if it breaks below and then I mark that, really I'll look for a trade somewhere there. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So, but anyway, so these are the bullish one. Today's NFP, even if we go to asset score. Am I still audible? Listen to myself. So these are the bullish one. Today's NFP, even if we go to asset score. Then I look at gold asset score. There is two positioning that I'm looking for gold long term. Okay, that was quick. We'll come back to this. We received an alarm. just tapped. And I look for shorts here. Come on, act faster. Stop loss above. Take profit at that low. Am I holding in right account? Yes. Okay, my limit is set. Come on, yep. Okay. Okay, let's see if we're gonna get a possible move. So this is my limit, it's set. One will have entered there, but I prefer going in there, up there. So this is my limit set. God, it's quite high. Oh, I love how the 2 minutes setting up. 2 minutes setting up for an entry, the stop loss are there. Let me see here. Okay, this is fine. Because it can close and say here, this will be a huge gap for a stop loss. So I'm good with that. But look at S&P 500 seems to be running. So since S&P 500 is running, remember what I spoke about to say overall move, you could still come back to the AM lows. So that's an overall move that is possible in here. We broke structure there. One is assumption is perhaps can we get a higher high, but we could come for a total flip here. For a total flip in here. We see that came back for that reaction, came back lower. Just looking to enter there to target the low. Yeah, no, I think this is what makes sense to me. That came back for that to enter there to target the low. Yeah. Atsa tlhompho mara shame. Atsa tlhompho mara shame. It's water. Yes, it's water. I'm drinking water. Yeah. Yeah. So okay, I'm in this trade. So let's see how it all goes. I know I'm wearing weird, but let's see how it all goes. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm in this trade. A trade below with a low. I'm gonna reduce my risk here. Check who's outside, Lumpo. Like and subscribe. I'm in this trade. Trade below with a low. Check who's outside, Lumpo. Testy. So let's see how it goes. Here, one can say he can re-enter there, but it's a very interesting trade. I love I love how the trade is, so I'm super patient with it. So I'm gonna reduce that. So I just wish it can hold that and break below there. Yes? Huh? One water. I'm drinking water. This guy decides to say he wants water. Here, this is water. Come on, decide to break below. Mm. Drinking water. This guy decides to say he wants water. Here. This is water. So sometimes when you stream from home, things like this happen, and I don't mind. Tombo, open the door. Go open the door outside. Run. Yes, outside and look outside. So my wife is back. So I'm just telling my elder son to open the door. I'm just checking. So I need to go as well. I'll be back now. Please don't forget to leave a comment, share the live. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna switch off my camera. I think it's safe for me to show if my partner's back. So you hear my audio. So uh, so I'll move my trade to break even for now. It's fine.
Okay, so
Okay, let me do this. I might have to end the stream here, guys. It's very busy here. I'm gonna switch off everything and allow the trade to happen. I'm gonna move my stop loss to break even for now. Stop at break even. Gonna allow everything to move now. But it's gonna be extremely busy in the house now. What did I do? Sorry, no. Almost finished, Mar. Almost finished. Rush up. Yeah? What? They tell yeah, they will cut my hair tomorrow. Yeah, but Daddy didn't cut my hair. Tomorrow you are 5 years old. Now you are 4. Now. But tomorrow, come for it. Booty. Oh, nice. This deserves a proper one. Where did you get this? When? Huh. So, ladies and gentlemen, apologies. My kids, my wife is back. To only comes to work over the weekend. So my kids are all super excited. So it's gonna be a bit of a hell. So I rather not switch off. Just gonna allow the trades to play out. If we get out, then we'll be happy. If not, it's fine. So we're gonna let it play out.
In the
I'm just wondering what's gonna happen if we break below and close below that low. I am gonna just want a very close below, and then I'm gonna secure this high. I wish that can happen. If that can happen, I think for me, you see, so far the break even makes sense. But if that closes below the current price action, then I think for me will be a best move for now to hold through the end. But if we would close below that and move stop loss to the current high, and then I think that will make sense for me. I do want to open the camera, but yeah, as I said earlier, the house, it's super excited. Kids are super excited, very loud. You might hear in between. Forgot to switch off the mic. Kid, wife talking about tomorrow's my wife. Yo, it's just another thing. So take note of that. I apologize, but that's how it go. I think the rest of the stuff, maybe I'll make a video. What's important, you need to look at. We need to look at some. Okay, I'm gonna secure that. Am I shutting it down? Okay, I'm closing it. I'm gonna call it a day here. Perfect. We're done. There's no need to hold on till the end. I think we have secured enough. 1:2. That was a 1 is to close, 1:2. I'm happy with that. Could have changed and go up, but we secured a 1:2. Very solid trade. Very solid trade, and the reason being is looking at S&P 500, the one that is quite high. There's already reacted on that high. Then we're gonna retrace higher. We have taken that low. We're gonna retrace higher. That's my fear. But to close it off, we still had a lot of things happening. We'll take one trade today. It's a Friday. I wouldn't want to take another trade. However, there is few really long-term trades that I have, which is stocks. With today's NFP, many could have thought we could see very decisive move in the market, but we didn't get that. We didn't get that. Yes, we've still entered that trade. We're looking for a continuation back to close to $486 per share for Broadcom, but Apple shares, we're still waiting for a closure above any closure above $314.48 per share. If it closes above and close bullish, I am looking to enter. Interestingly and beautifully, it's setting up very well. What do you call this, parenting? Setting up very well for me to get a long position. Yes, I might not enter that because that seems quite huge stop. However, if Monday we open and come back, maybe perhaps to that low or that low stops below, I'm gonna look for continuation on Nvidia. On Nvidia, on yes, I do have QQQ, which is Nasdaq. I am long Nasdaq on an entry as it retests that high. It looks like a very good solid entry in a very very natural year. Look at that. We both push to the upside, which I do love. I think I've already positioned Al Palantir. We do have a report why we look too long on Palantir. We can go through the report, but the target for Palantir, the first target will be $190 per share. The second one is $200 per share. That's a 3 months target for Palantir. In the next 3 months, we're looking into getting 290 and $200 per share on Palantir. Solid fundamentals, yes. If we look at the previous earnings report, come on, open. So we did get a bit overall bid on Palantir, pushed up. As it came back to that, I decided to enter, and it was because we were reacting. We were holding the 200 MA, and the next position would be if it held that. Can you enter on that high? Maybe stop loss below the 200 MA to still add position on my current portfolio. Something special as well that I am closely watching. Something special that I am closely watching. It will be the SA Top 40 Index. The SA Top 40 Index. I think I'm up about 5% from the entry points to now. I'm up about 7. At some point, I was up 7%, but now I'm up about 6% on the SA Top 40 Index. I looked for a rebound. Yes, if it comes back, maybe to hold that or come back there, I'm gonna look to enter again, buy more. And this is because also we all know that the JSE tends to benefit a lot from good commodities, as most of our South African or most of the top 40 index companies, like the mining one, tends to benefit with high gold prices. And speaking about gold prices lately, or today, we got an NFP data. We see that gold has continued. It is holding around the 100 moving average. We're looking at the 200 moving average again as a retest point on gold. Yes, we could be looking to buy gold on a retest lower. NFP data, we got a very solid NFP data while we are closing today. Let's perhaps quickly look at the macroeconomics of it and discuss the NFP data that we got today. I know I was supposed to have done this area on, but I was on a Nasdaq day trade. So it's fair for me to here we go. So NFP data today, the focus on NFP data was horrible. NFP data was horrible. ADP gave us some signals. NFP was horrible. The focus was 85,000 jobs to be created. However, look at that, a minus 23,000 jobs to be that were created. And I think, yeah, this is a very clear scenario of dollar bulls. This is a very clear scenario of a dollar bulls. We look like the labor market is breaking down. But it's not. It's just another one point of many that the Feds will be watching as well. But we seem to be just breaking down. But if we look at the labor market overall trend, NFP data, it's horrible, man. There was also a revision that I should say that there was also a revision. Look at that. There was a revision from last month. So we got a revision last month from 57,000 to 20,000 that came out. Today we got a minus 23,000 jobs, meaning more people lost jobs. What's happening with unemployment claims? I'm interested in seeing the unemployment claims trend. So the unemployment claims forecast was 203, but we got a 99,000, which is interesting. So the labor market seems to be breaking down, but it's one data of many. So we're not gonna put that into the pedestal. But with this labor market, we clearly can say the trend has changed. We can clearly say the trend have changed. We could be looking into. We will start to look being. We will start being bullish now for gold. We will start to look being bullish for gold, and already we are reacting on this resistance here. Could we come back lower? I am gonna look to buy gold. I am gonna look to buy gold. And others that I have limits on, they're no longer part of the edge finder. I'm gonna remove those limits. We're gonna start with GJ. We're gonna start with GJ. Looking for longs on GJ. However, it checked at 61, but I was looking for 75 retracement. I'm gonna look for Abakwa. I'm looking for Euro USD as well. Same thing. We didn't get a proper retracement as I anticipated. Still gonna look for the same moves. Yes, we seem to be holding that, and one can say, why don't you short too long? I'm not gonna do that. I'm looking for a long-term trade. I'm gonna look for that trade. Overall, I'm gonna remove a lot of limits here. Let's start removing limits. The limit that I'm gonna keep. So I have a limit here on GU. I'm happy with this limit. I'm not gonna remove it. Something that I'll remove is GPB AUD. I'm gonna remove that. It's no longer part of the top setup on the H finder. If I were to show you that, that's no longer part of the H finder top setup. You see, it's out of the bullishness. So I am gonna remove it. I'm gonna remove it and keep on watching what's gonna happen. And then we're gonna discuss why I'm removing. But I've already explained. Topic takes the fundamentals rather than them. I am gonna keep GJ, and I still maintain that I want to long there. But you could long here, man. Let me see. Where can I long again? Looking at the internal structure. Looking in the internal structure, you can long here. Remove. Here's my problem. I don't mind longing as it returns back here, but I don't want to long here. That's where my problem is. Here, for me, it looks like it's too high for me to long. So that is why I'm saying I don't mind keeping my limit where it is. Just for long-term purposes, I don't mind keeping it there to look for those highs. Maybe we can even come back to that high overall. And then AUD, NZD USD, I'm gonna remove that limit as well and keep on watching what's happening. The H finder has removed it from its setup. AUD USD, what's happening here? Let's talk. Really, let's talk. Here, honestly, The 4-hour time frame seems very solid. We are closing it off. We looked for that to hold. We looked for that to hold. We did. Oh, shucks. What am I doing? I don't want that. Now, here's the rule. I want to do something that I've never done before, right? Because of how its movement is, I am willing to attempt long here, right? I've never done this before, but I'm willing to attempt longs there. But we'll see as the market opens on Monday to attempt longs there. I'm willing to attempt longs on the retest because it looks like a solid break of structure up, break of structure up. So I'm willing to attempt longs there. And then another one that we are seeing, oh, NZD is still there, but it's fine. Yeah, those are the ones. Trumpo, Trumpo, Trumpo. Interesting. Now we have a problem, yeah. We have two options here. Not, I'm gonna attempt longs here. I'm just gonna market myself. So because it's bullish on the H5, the GBP Swiss franc. I'm not a fan of that. I kept it in the car, man. Oh, good sense, so this is a move that I'm looking for. On GBP CAD, I'm gonna look to enter that. Maybe gonna look for continuation higher. Yeah. So this is what I'm waiting for. There's still news. There's a progress on the Strait of Hormuz. We're expecting a deal soon. The usual stocks. You know, I was long earlier on gold. Trompo! Enough. Okay. We didn't get back all the way down here. Went out on that, moved my stop loss to that high. So there's really nothing. There's really nothing. Okay. I think this one I'll call it a day and a night. Happy weekend. Have a great day. I'll see you till next week. Perhaps we'll trade much better. Deal. This is what happens when they strike a deal. Let's look at the indices. I think the indices will be coming back. Look at oil. As I told you, now the breaking news that there will be, look at Nasdaq back up. So if I didn't take profit, yeah, I will say, oh, but I was looking for this low. And I didn't react to that low. So it's something that sometimes you just have to watch the two pairs and decide what's going to happen. Rejected exactly when I take profit. So it looks like now I'm smart because I went out. But those who were here earlier, go back. So how did I enter the trade? Just to discuss it very cleanly. We entered the trade here. And it looks clean. Very clean trade, sniper entry. Those that are obsessed with that. But for me, I'm obsessed with did I enter at the right price? How I wanted it. That's it. I didn't get it that so much. And went out there. So with this such a move went out there, you can clearly see that no man, there's nothing much about it, and we immediately rejected back up. And for those, and this is something that maybe I can blame myself for as I close it off. Earlier on, if you start the stream from behind, I spoke of we are coming back to that other block, but the biggest problem with that, we didn't take out that low. If we took out that low, perhaps the long trade was gonna be valid. Let me see that. Oh yeah, we did. So there is an SMT here. And remember when I went out, I was told about that we, for S&P 500, we took out that low. That is why we decided to take profit on a 1:2. And then here, but this is a move that's been created by the newsman. The Strait of Hormuz expecting a deal very soon and to open very soon. I'm very familiar with such news, so I'm not moved anyhow. So holding the previous daily low, and if we're to look at this move, come back, reject, and immediately after rejecting, what happens? Come back, break of structure, come back to this 1 minute fair value gap, and we just move back to the upside. So if you were bullish, and then maybe I just wanted one trade today because of the Friday, maybe you could get it on 1:4. But this is news. If the news were not there, we don't know what's gonna happen. So other than that, man, I need to call it a day here. Need to call it a day here. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. Truly appreciate you. Join me again next week as we discuss the financial markets together. Um, we have stocks. We'll build different portfolios with you together, and some portfolios will be live. I'm hoping that, yeah, I think, yes. So, anyway, thank you so much. I think this can be the end of our stream. Thank you so much for joining.